Welcome back to the Russell County High School Football Coaches Show. I'm Chance Corbett, the chairman of the Russell County Commission, and I'm here today with Coach Dylan Griggs, the head football coach for Russell County. How you doing, Coach?
Just another day in paradise.
Absolutely, and it is paradise. Weather is beautiful out here today, and we're glad to be bringing this show to you right in front of the amazing football field here at Russell County High School in Seal, Alabama. So Coach, we're coming off of the homecoming week where we had a homecoming game Friday night. The crowd was great. Had a lot of participation from classes in the past. I know the class of 91, which was my class, had a pretty good little tailgate here and T-shirts made up and all, kind of talking about the 30 years it's been since we've been out of high school, which is hard to believe. But the game was Eufaula. You had the neighboring group coming in, not too far down the road, down 431 actually. Tough game. It turned out to be a little tougher than we thought. We were hoping for a lot different outcome, but let's kind of talk about it a little bit, what you saw there. And I think you did see some positive stuff, especially at the end of the game. What did you see in that game?
Well, first I want to say about the homecoming is I've never seen in my 12 years and the programs I've been, I've never seen anything quite like I saw Friday out there on the practice field with the tailgate. And it was definitely a unique experience that I think needs to be kind of spoken of more often. I thought it was very unique. I thought the crowd was great. Kind of going into that game, and I really blame myself. The Eufaula is a very good opponent. We felt like, we could get to the fourth quarter with them and feel, kind of see where the chips fell. But, the kids had a day off from school, and, I'm going to put this one on me. I just did not do an adequate job, looking back where I felt like I got the boys back locked in after a day of school being out, and I'm gonna wear that. To me, looking at every game this season, it just kind of was obvious that, it's kind of like when you lay around on a Saturday. The more you lay around, the more tired you get, right?
Sure.
And so they kind of got here, and I feel like, we just didn't do a good job of getting them out of that mode like we should have done. And I think every now and then you got to take a step back and reevaluate. Now, that was honestly the first game of my career where the kids had the whole day out from school. And, we as a staff, we have to do a better job. But the one thing I'll say about the kids, especially at the end, was they just didn't give up. They kept battling. There were at times where I felt like they gave up, but right there at the end, it was like, they kind of gained that second win and did what we were supposed to do. We should have done a better job across the board. But, one player that really stuck out to me the whole game was just Amarion Lawson. Okay. I thought Lawson, for his last homecoming as a senior, I just thought he was all over the place. He tried with everything he could to get that game to where we could win it. And, and unfortunately for the seniors, we didn't get that homecoming win. But, nevertheless, even kind of after how that game unfolded and everything I saw, I asked him at the end of the game, I said, it's like almost God has a plan for us, and I don't want to get this far into this week, but, if we win this week, we still got a chance to make the playoffs. And it's like God has a plan.
Yeah.
And so, they all kind of get there at the end of the game. And I said, who's with me? And all of them. Because I'm with you, and so I think, the resiliency of this team, every day just never ceases to amaze me. And I'm still just so blessed to be here.
Well, as looking from the outside in to the program, we were talking about it before we started the show. Regardless of how the rest of the season goes, this is a building year, but you've already had success. You're winning games. You've got the kids have bought in, the coaches have bought in, the fans have bought in. So it's already a success, and you still got more to go. As you mentioned, you still have a shot at the playoffs. You're going to play hard Friday night, no doubt. You're going to rely on the fact that the schools that are competing against you for those spots have some pretty tough competition coming in as well. So, the hopes are not lost for the playoffs, but none of the hopes are really lost anyway, because what we've seen out of this program already is just a building block to the future. There's no doubt about it, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, yes, sir. And like I said, it's funny, you would think after a Friday, after kind of how that unfolded, you'd kind of, as a coach, you'd be kind of deflated. And, to be honest with you, and Coach Albert, he came up to me with about 2 minutes left on the clock, and he said, "Coach, I'm with you. I love you. It's okay." And in the moment, I'm human too every now and then, but it reminded me in that moment that regardless of whatever we're doing, it is special. And just, I've never been more grateful. And that's kind of why I put that post out on social media. Like, I'm just thankful to be a part of the Russell County, the family. And there's nowhere else I'd rather be. And, I'm ready to just keep pointing it. It made me want to work harder.
Well, that's great.
And that's my thing. And, the boys had Monday out of school too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a little worried after a game like that, who's going to show up? I'll walk in the weight room at 150 on the dot. I got all 85 sitting there just looking at me.
Awesome.
So, we're doing some good things. We just got a lot of way to go. But, man, the foundation these seniors have really laid for the future, it's been great to be a part of it.
Well, it's resounding, across the community and the schools and the fans and the parents and everyone. We're hearing it from everybody. So I think what you're seeing on the inside, we're also seeing on the outside, and it's great. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, and we got a special guest today, Coach Albert, who's the assistant head coach and also the wide receivers coach. So we'll be right back in just a minute.
With Beam's internet speeds getting faster and faster, you'll want to explore every last corner of the internet. So you're going to need a bigger screen. You can watch anything with over 175 channels. So you're probably going to need a bigger couch. Plus, with the $500 you'll save when you bundle 250 meg internet with Digital Advantage TV, well, you're definitely going to need a bigger wallet for all your extra money. And that means bigger smiles for everyone. Move forward with Beam, your hometown provider.
All right, we're back on the Russell County High School Coaches Show. I've got Coach Albert here, who is the assistant head coach and the wide receivers coach. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Absolutely. We were talking a little bit off camera about the relationship you have with your head coach. And, Coach Griggs was talking about how, towards that game, the end of the game, you were up there right in his face. Hey, I've got you. We're here. And it's the mentality we're seeing out of this football program. But talk a little bit about the kids that you have. Talk about your wide receivers a little bit.
I actually got a really phenomenal group. Guys that dedicate themselves to be great and give it all on the field every single day, not only just in the games, in practice too. Starting with the senior DJ Epps, is a phenomenal player. This guy is first year playing receiver. He's been playing quarterback, for the last 3 years, and still a little green, but the kid has come so far, and he's doing everything I ask him to do on the field. And you see it every Friday night. The kid is going to make plays.
I think we're going to see him on Saturday soon, don't you?
Definitely so.
I think by watching this game, and we always call, the names we call first are the ones that are just shining so much. Epps is definitely one of them. Every game, you could sit here and listen to him calling his name, and if you happen to listen to it on the radio or on the podcast or the YouTube channel, you're hearing him call his name all the time. So he's exciting, no doubt about it.
Definitely a phenomenal kid. And AJ Black's a junior, and kind of like Rex always say, I watch WRBL, you always bet on Black. So, So we're going to bet on AJ Black. He's another good one who's going to be back next year as a junior. Great. He does a lot of good things right on the field, off the field. He try to lead by example. And I think that's what we need here at Russell County, and I think he's doing a really good job.
That's great. Now, it's hard to lose those seniors, ain't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. But, I think here we're going to actually rebuild and get some guys coming in, and we actually got a couple guys that's actually already here that's, unfortunately they can't play this year for transfer in rules and stuff like that. So we actually got some guys that are here that can actually really help us, and I think it's going to be a big part of us next year.
It could be worse. It could be at the college level where you're losing your juniors and things as well, right? So at least you have a couple of years hopefully with your star players. So
thankful for that.
Yeah, definitely. Who else do you want to talk about a little bit?
Caden Chin. Caden Chin's a senior. First year playing football. He's a basketball guy, 6'4". The guy's a phenomenal leader. I think he's the leader of the group. If I got to pick somebody to be the leader, he's a spokesman. He makes sure everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Great.
And make sure everybody's locked in on the task that we got at hand. And I just really like the kid. I wish I had him another year. Unfortunately, I don't, but a great kid. And I just want to shine light on him. Caden Chin is a phenomenal kid, and I really like him.
Well, when you have a successful program, that's going to help you get kids as well.
Sir.
Whether you have transfers coming in or it's just the student that's walking down the hall who didn't really care about football, but now he's seeing what's going on in this program. And next thing you know, he's knocking on your door going, hey, can I try? Can I come out?
That was Coach Griggs' deal when we first got here. I think when he first got here, it was 45. And it's just amazing to see the number of kids and the change that we have. We got these kids to come out and believe in something. And I think Coach Griggs has done a really good job at that. And displaying exactly what he said he was going to do, and the kids seeing it, the community seeing it, everybody's buying in, and it's something wonderful to be a part of.
So you said it started at 45. He's at 85 now. Is that what you're at now?
Sir.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'll tell you this. Even up to the end of the game Friday night, watching the kids walk across the field and shake hands or high five, whatever.
Never was going in.
I didn't think it was going to end. The line just keeps going. I'm like, how many players do they have? So
That's right.
it's amazing to see the program. Coach Chris can't do it by himself. We've already met a couple of the coaches. We've met, the athletic director, and there's no doubt by talking to you, your energy's there.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure you're one that he really leans on hard as a head coach.
Well, I think we kind of lean on each other. Me
Yeah.
and Coach Griggs' relationship go back decades, and
That's great.
he coached me in college whenever I
Oh,
played
wow.
running back and showed me different little things. So our relationship is so deep, and a lot of people might understand, might not understand. But I even lived with him whenever I first moved down here because my family was still in Pinson, and
Right.
we are like really good friends. When they say best friends, I think we are.
Yeah.
He helped me when I needed, and even if the good stuff or bad stuff, he makes sure I'm on the right track.
That's great.
And it's really good to have a friend like that that's gonna make sure that you're doing the right things inside and outside, daily. So
Well, I can tell you, knowing Coach Griggs, like I've known him the last few months, he's not going to quit. He's going to keep asking. I think he's asked me 14 times for the same thing,
Yes.
how are we going to make it happen?
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
and that's a great thing.
Yes, sir. I love
But
it.
you did say he coached you, so that means he's a lot older than you too,
well,
right? No,
actually,
I'm just-
we were at the college together. He was a student
Yeah,
coach over at
I'm
Troy
just
University. I was playing running back there, and
Yeah.
that's where our relationship first started.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a unique story because he was doing breakfast. He was checking breakfast one morning, and of course, all the athletes had to go eat. Well, I was running late for class, and he was like, "Hey, just grab an apple, orange, just grab a fruit." I was like, "Coach, I can't. I'm late." Well, he checked my name that I didn't eat.
Mhm.
So he turned my list in to the Troy coaches. My name was on the list. I had to pay my punishment. I ran 25 stadiums, and
Oh, wow.
ever since then, I was like, I respect him because he did his job,
Yep.
and he didn't let me get away with something that somebody else could have probably would have let me get away with.
Sure.
It wasn't a big deal,
Yep.
but it was a big deal, and it showed me something about him, and I always wanted to be around a guy like that.
That's what we need. We need the structure in the program.
Yes, sir.
The school deserves it.
Definitely.
The kids
Yes.
deserve it,
Yes,
no
sir.
doubt, and this community deserves it. So
Yes.
we really appreciate the dedication you have to this team, to the school system, to the parents and the kids that we have in the system.
Yes, sir. I'm just thankful to be a part, sir.
Well, we really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time today. I know you got a lot going on. Practice is fixing to start behind us.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot going. You're going to sweat a little bit and get
There's
some
also
work
this
done.
energy out there. So
Absolutely.
we're ready to go.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
you,
much,
man.
sir.
Thank you. All right, we'll be right back. Close it down with Coach Griggs as we get ready for Carver Montgomery on Friday night. Thank you.
You'll be amazed at what you can do with Beam's faster and faster internet speeds. The 175 channels you can watch with our most popular plan, also pretty amazing. But the most amazing thing of all is the price. For a limited time, get 250 meg internet for just $29.95 a month when you bundle with Digital Advantage TV. Stream anything with unlimited data. Watch whatever you want on the go with Beam Stream. You'll be amazed at what's possible with your hometown provider, Beam.
All right, I'm back with Coach Griggs to talk about the upcoming Friday night game. Coach, you've got Carver Montgomery coming to town, right?
Yes, sir, I do. Just a traditional power in 6A football. They've had some legends like Jeremy Johnson, who's
Mhm.
also the OC there now. And so,
Oh, wow.
I know the head coach, Coach Gardner, he coached over at Prattville.
Yeah.
Stand-up guys helped us a lot throughout the season. We've helped each other a lot throughout the season. But, yeah, we got the Wolverines walking in here this Friday.
No, glad to have Jeremy coming to town, even though he's on the wrong side of the fence there, on the wrong side of the field. But, big fan of him as well. But, your kids are ready. There's no doubt you're going to be ready. We talked earlier about you fall a game, but I know that's behind us. We got to move on forward and push forward to the next team. So what are you telling the kids? What's the message to the kids?
Don't let this be the last week together.
Yeah.
That's my big thing is, what we've done has been so special. And, I'm not very good at goodbyes. I never really have been.
Yeah.
For an old ball coach, you would think, you're a little tough and jagged, but when it gets time to say them goodbyes every year without fail, even when you win a state championship, it just chokes you up. And, and that's what I'm telling the seniors all week. Don't let this be your last Tuesday practice. Don't let this be your last Friday game.
Sure.
Everything's in the palm of our hands. Let's take advantage of what God has afforded us to be able to do. And let's just go out and play and play. Don't leave anything else on the field because there is no tomorrow.
I think another positive was at the end of the game last Friday, you scored. It was that your momentum pushed you forward to the end of the game. So that's something to build upon too as you come into this game. It's not like, at the end of the game, it was just last second it's over with. I mean, your team was moving the ball and I mean, there's some good plays that last drive. So I think that hopefully that'll build on that a little bit, and your crowd will be back. No doubt in my mind about it. You'll have a home crowd out here cheering them on, and
senior night.
We're looking for it. Yeah. We're looking forward to good things, and with the luck and with the Lord's help, we're going to get into the playoffs, and we'll be doing this a few more times, hopefully.
I'm all in.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us today, and we look forward to Friday night with Carver Montgomery coming to Russell County here in Seal, Alabama. We hope that if you have the opportunity, you'll come out and join us, watch the game in person, and have a great time around the Russell County family. Again, thank you. I'm Chance Corbett with the Russell County Commission Chairman and Coach Dylan Griggs. Coach, we really appreciate you doing this show with us, and we want to thank Beam for allowing us to have this time and for coming and actually videoing this. Thank you, and have a great day.